So I finished with my lower teeth and I cannot believe it. I don't think it's sank in yet because when I smile you can only see my top teeth, and therefore I wasn't really interested in the lower ones too much and they didn't look too bad. But the dentist advised that I would do both of them because of my bite, and it's better for the bite in the end. It's been 2 years since I started this treatment because I started in July 2018. Well, almost 2 years. Would have been 2 years this year. I initially hoped that this will be over in 6 months, but I've been told from the very beginning that it's gonna be probably at least 9 months. They did say that at least, but I was hoping that after 9 months I would be finished. I'll be honest with you, but I haven't. So therefore, it took from 25th of July 2018 since I started this treatment until just before Christmas when I finished with the lower ones. This was like a Christmas present for me. I was like, Merry Christmas to me. Sorry if you're gonna hear helicopters. They're have the roots. I live near an airport and therefore you're gonna hear that. Sorry for that. I'm going to show you how my teeth look now. I have a wire. This wire, you cannot see this wire when I speak, but it's there, and it took about 2 weeks for me to get used to having that wire there. It's very loud, isn't it? It just felt a bit claustrophobic in a weird ways because I didn't have anything on my teeth, yet it felt weird and it felt like my tongue doesn't have room in my mouth somehow. And I did wonder if I'll ever get used to the feeling of this wire, but I can say that I am used to the wire a bit more. It doesn't affect my speech. I don't know if it would affect my singing because I do love to sing. I don't know if I'll have a wire on my top teeth when I'll finish, and I'll get into that in a minute. This is how my teeth look with the aligners on, the top teeth now, and it's still a bit left to be done because that tooth there is not exactly straight yet. It still needs to go back into its place, and the other tooth there is also a bit, still needs to be pushed a bit more. So yeah, it's still some things that are still left to be done. I don't know how long it's going to take. After this aligner, after this top aligner is the last one from this set. I don't even know how many sets there have been so far. I forgot and I lost track, even though I kept all of the aligners, almost all of them. I have so many aligners from the past, like since I started, and they have no use to me anymore because my teeth are in a different position now and I should probably throw them away. What to do? I just want to share with you in this video what I found out towards the end of my treatment, because I am heading towards the end of my treatment now. I'm almost finished with the top ones as well, and I finished with the lower ones, and therefore I started finding out things that I wasn't aware before I started the treatment. And I think they don't tell you this on purpose because they want to make it seem more appealing and easier than it actually is. And I just wanted to share with everyone what you need to know and to consider before you even enroll on this journey. I don't know if it would be for everyone, if you would know what I found out now. It certainly would have made me think twice or many times before starting this if I would have known everything that I know now. First of all, I'm going to start with the treatment plan estimate that it was given to me when I first started the treatment. I haven't been speaking about this throughout my Smilelign videos until now. I'm going to share how much I paid. It can be different for everyone according to how bad your teeth are crowded or whatever the issues are with your teeth, but I think roughly would be, they say it's different, but I think roughly it's kind of the same price for Smilelign. I didn't do my research before I chose Smilelign. First of all, I chose Smilelign because it's cheaper than Invisalign, and I found this very easily by asking my dentist. My dentist is an Invisalign provider, and I first asked my dentist about how much it would cost, and it was a bit more expensive. And when I say a bit more expensive, it was about £1,000 more expensive than Smilelign. Therefore, I chose Smilelign. First, because of the price. Second, it was a personal thing. My personal dentist is not my personal, the dentist of my family, my husband and my son and me, lives further away and I wasn't driving back then. And third is the fact that it's the same system, the same trays. Like, I mean, they look the same, they work in the same way. It's the same style of clear, discreet trays, so it does the same thing, only Invisalign is more marketed. I think it's based in the US, and Smilelign is here in Great Britain, so it's a British based product, Smilelign. So basically they do the same things. It's cheaper though, so I went to Smilelign. I'm talking so much about this. So for me, straightening my teeth, the top and bottom ones, it came to £3,150. And I paid that along 12 months in installments. I don't know why I'm pronouncing things weirdly. I'm a bit nervous because this is the first video for this year. So yeah, £3,150 that I paid in installments along 12 months. So now I'm not paying anything. I finished the payments last year. Well, I was very happy about that. And now I'm just waiting to finish with the treatment. That's it, I'm done. Am I? Because I have a few things to tell you though. So that's how much it costed. It costed me at the top and bottom teeth. I think I recall I had to pay £145 for the initial first consultation, because I had to be advised, like Julie, the dentist that's doing this Smilelign treatment and I see every 2 weeks, she looked at my teeth and she took impressions, and I think from memory I paid £145 for the first appointment, and then I started paying in installments after signing the contract and things developed. So yeah, that's how much it costed for me, Smilelign. Now that I told you how much it was, $3,150, I can say that Invisalign would have been about 4,000 something. I don't remember exactly the amount. So yeah, Invisalign would have been quite a lot more. So I chose Smilelign. I don't know if with Invisalign I would have finished faster, or if they are better. I wouldn't know. I can only speak from experience that I had with Smilelign. And for me to straighten my lower teeth, it took until before Christmas 2019, and I started in July 2018. So I signed this on the 19th of June, and then I started the treatment because it took a while to make the trays after they took the impression. So I started, and I remember the date because I was so excited. It was 25th of July 2018, I remember. So yeah, it took since then until 2019 December to straighten my lower ones. And I don't know why I'm speaking like that. I'm very excited that I finished, but it still didn't sink in with me, because I suppose I didn't do this treatment in the first place for the lower ones. I did it for the top ones because that's what I see when I smile. Yeah, those were the ones that were the most problematic for me. This tooth was on top of this one, and they all kind of went that way, you know, in the front. So I can't wait to finish with my top ones, needless to say, right? Because that's when I'm going to actually, I don't know, be extremely happy, ecstatic, hopefully. Now I'm gonna share with you the things that no one tells you before you start this treatment, or maybe they would tell you but they didn't tell me, I don't know, but I didn't know these things. And after I finished with my lower ones, I decided to make a list of questions for Julie, my dentist, the nice lady that sees me every 2 weeks to change my aligner and to take care of me in this treatment. So I have here how many questions, because I wrote them in my notes in my phone, because I went and asked these things. So after I finished the next appointment, after 2 weeks after I finished with the lower ones, she gave me a retainer. And this sparked a lot of questions in my mind. I knew I would get a retainer. I think I spoke about this in other videos. I knew about the retainer, that I would have to wear a retainer afterwards, but a few other things you're not really fully aware of, and that's the ones that I want to speak about. First of all, they gave me the retainer. I want to show you the retainer I have for my bottom teeth. This is the box. They gave me a different box to put the retainer in. So this, I keep it in here, and again a close-up of my nails when they're not done. So sorry for that, but I didn't have time. I could barely make this video today. I didn't want to procrastinate any longer. The tray looks kind of the same as a normal tray that I would wear in the day, but this is a retainer. The retainer feels like it's thicker in material than the aligner itself that I worn for a year and a half or more. Can't even realize now, it's been so long. So it looks like that. As you can see, it's a bit flat on top because it has to cover the wire that I have behind my teeth. You see it's wider there. Here at the arch is a bit wider because it has to cover my wire behind my teeth. And because of it, it felt quite uncomfortable for the first week, maybe a week and a half or two, almost as much as it took me to get used to the wire inside my mouth behind my teeth. So this felt strange. It felt like at night my tongue had less room in my mouth, and I couldn't help but wonder if, or actually when I'll have the retainer for the top teeth as well, if I'm going to get a wire as well, which I don't know if I will, where will my tongue sit, you know, because I'm gonna probably not be able to breathe or be anxious about it, because I am quite an anxious person. I do suffer with a bit of anxiety, and this doesn't help. This retainer, the way it felt, and sometimes the way the aligners feel, but that's another story. I could speak about my anxiety a bit and how that feels if you'd like me to. Just leave me a comment down below of whatever you might be interested to hear about, but I am a bit anxious. So this was annoying. I'm looking at it and it's actually very wide, you see down there, so it felt a bit annoying and I just couldn't get used to it. And at the time I had a cold as well, and my throat would get really dry and I could barely breathe. So if you have a cold, it's horrible to wear aligners and retainers. I'm being honest here, but I have to wear this retainer every night for a year. After that, for about 2 to 3, maybe three nights a week for the rest of my life. And I would have to wear that for the rest of my life. Maybe not every night, yes, I know, but for the rest of my life, 3 nights a week. And now I'm going to dive into these questions that I have here, because I don't want to be all over the place in this video. I want to actually offer some information and be on point. So first, my first question for Julie was, how often does the wire need changing? She said that whenever it breaks, which shouldn't be often. So I don't know what often might mean, but it needs to be changed each time it breaks. So yeah. How much does it cost to change this wire? Because this wouldn't be discounted by the National Health Service or anything like that. And if you're in America, I know you don't have that at all. This is private because it's cosmetic treatment, so it's something that you can live without. So it's for cosmetic purposes, so you have to pay it in private, and it seems normal to me as well. But that's the way it is. If you didn't realize that, this wire, if it breaks, it would cost around 30-ish pounds, she said. I don't know if it would be more than 30 pounds and how much more. I don't think it's less. You know, it's usually more, isn't it? The next question would be if I could do this at my family dentist, because Julie is not my family dentist. I just go to this clinic, which is a private clinic for solely my Smilelign treatment. So whenever I have a problem with my teeth, or they hurt, or I need a filling, I won't go to Julie. I won't go to this clinic that I go for Smilelign. I would go to my family dentist, because that's where it's covered by NHS, which is the National Health Service here in Great Britain. She advised that it's best to do it at Bupa Dental Care. This is the place where I'm getting my Smilelign treatment, Bupa Dental Care. It's advised to do it there, but I personally think that I could probably do it at my dentist as well. But I suppose I'll just see what I'll do whenever I'm going to be in that situation, when you know. So for now, I'm just gonna leave it there. We'll see. The next question, is it covered by NHS? This is something that I already know is not, but just so I can put it out there and to let you know that this is not something that is covered by National Health Service. But I can speak because it's cosmetic treatment. Like, it's for the purpose of you looking better, and it's not something that you really need, and it hurts unless you do it. You know, it's not life or death or something like that. It's cosmetic treatment. And I think that's how you call it, cosmetic treatment. I'm sorry, I'm speaking in a second language here. English is my second language, so therefore sometimes I might make mistakes and I might sound silly, so I apologize for that. I'm trying my best. So it wouldn't be covered by NHS changing a wire. I would have to pay privately the 30-ish pounds. I don't know how much it would be. I'll find out in the future. Now here's an interesting question that for me made a lot of sense. Do I need to replace the wire each time I have a filling replaced, or the wire does not affect that? Because I happen to have a filling in the front, and therefore I'm thinking, if I don't have any fillings in the front here, in my front teeth, my lower teeth, but I do have a filling at the top, and I'm thinking, I think I would have to remove the wire. I thought to myself, I shall ask this. It was logical that yes, the wire should be removed if I'm going to replace a filling in the front. And yes, the wire has to be removed. Even if the wire didn't break and it's still very good, it does its job. And if I need the filling to be replaced, I would have to remove the wire and not only pay for the filling. I think actually that is discounted through the National Health Service, and you don't pay the full price, I think, even if it's in the front and it's white, because obviously this is a necessity. You have to have your teeth in the front, so I think that is covered. But I would have to pay for the wire to be put in again because of the filling. So pay for the filling, not so much, but then pay for the wire, 30-ish pounds or however much it's gonna be, because I'm gonna find out. So yes, I would have to replace the wire each time I'm having a filling done. So that's another thing. Here I'll add that I won't probably have a wire on my top teeth because of the fact that I have filling in the front. And also Julie said that it might not be room. We'll see. I don't know the conditions that the teeth need to comply with to get a wire or not. But one of the reasons that maybe wouldn't be very wise to get a wire on my top teeth behind them is because of the filling. So considering that I have filling in the front, then maybe it's not a good idea to have a wire, because then I would have to go through the trouble of changing the wire when I change a filling. And I don't change my fillings very often, but you know, we'll see what's gonna be. I'm going to try my best to make a video and inform you of that when I finish with my top ones. I'm going to let you know when I get there. After I finish with my top ones, I'm gonna have to wear a retainer. Not only every night when I sleep, how I do with this one, probably for a year as well, I suspect, but also in the daytime for the top ones. I'm gonna have to wear a retainer in the daytime for 3 months every day. So it's gonna be like an extended, even though I finished, it's gonna still feel like I'm having a tray on my teeth during the day, just like I have now when I'm still on my treatment. So, and it's probably gonna be thicker because the material of the retainer is a bit thicker, I have to add. And if I'm going to have a wire, I don't know if I'm gonna have a wire. It's gonna be wider here, as well, and it's gonna feel horrible and claustrophobic probably for me and my anxiety. I know if everyone else that finished with the treatment feels the same with about the retainers, claustrophobic and anxious, but I definitely have that. So it takes a while until I get used to it, and of course I have to, because I didn't pay 3,150 for nothing, right? So I'll have to comply with this, and I'm aware of this. If I want straight teeth, I'll have to just do this. So this you have to consider before you start all these things. So what was I saying? Because I do, that's why I wrote things down, because even with this written down, I still blab away. So yeah, I'll have to wear them in the day for 3 months, and definitely at night. The top ones definitely at night, as well as the lower ones, for a year. And then after that, 3 times a week for the rest of my life, for the rest of my days. So another question number 6. If later in life I decide for veneers, how does the wire affect everything? I just want to be informed about this. Not that I want veneers now. I didn't go through this to have them covered and filed down, or whatever they do when they put veneers. I don't even really know. I didn't go through this, okay? But just to be informed, just to know, you know, what happens. And I didn't think of this before I started my treatment, to ask this. No, I haven't. Or maybe I did and I didn't remember the answer. Anyway, so the answer is, this isn't yet very clear to me, I must say. So apparently I can put veneers on, no problem, but then I thought, would my wire be removed and the teeth will just go back to their previous positions under my veneers, and then it will hurt? What happens, you know, because the teeth go crazy and just move non-stop if you don't keep them in place. Probably that's why they put this wire, right? That's why they make me wear the retainer for life. So I asked this, and she said this should be fine, but it's not clear to me, how is this gonna be fine if I have to wear retainers for life and that's a necessity? Then why all of a sudden, or maybe because the veneers would keep them in place, actually. She says it shouldn't be a problem, because by then, in the future, yeah, the bone should have regenerated in its new position, and the jaw and the thing that, you know. So I don't know exactly, but apparently it shouldn't be a problem to have veneers, like, in the next, I don't know, 15 years or 20, if I decide on that. Yeah, so that's still not very clear to me, but apparently it shouldn't be a problem. Question number 7. Will I wear retainers every night for life? This is I answered this already. It's just there. But yes, I'll wear retainers for life, for all my life, and hopefully I'll have a long, healthy, happy life. But I will wear these retainers throughout my life. I keep repeating this because I'm shocked, and I cannot believe that I didn't know this before my treatment. If my retainers break or I lose them, how long do they take to be made? Well, I think it's about 2 weeks. This is something I want to kind of let you know, because I know, because I've noticed how long it kind of takes to make these, to produce these aligners, these retainers. About 2 weeks, I'm guessing, as that's how much I had to wait for my retainers after I finished with the last aligner. And then I went in, she put the wire, she gave me the retainer. When she put the wire in there, she gave me these retainers. How to keep a great oral hygiene when there is the wire involved? She said to use this other type of floss in between my teeth, near the gums, in between the wire. I use this every night between the teeth, near the gums, and on the top and all over the place, even the top ones right now, because I have no wire, I use this. And then I rinse my mouth with mouthwash, like anyone that likes to have a good oral hygiene. And sometimes I also use this, something like that. It helps with squirting the water or mouthwash. I've put mouthwash in here. It's just, you can put it in here like that, mouthwash or water, or mouthwash and water. Press this and you squirt it in between. I have a mirror here. And you squirt it in between like this, in between the teeth at near the gums. You squirt it through there, and that is supposed to help so much more. I do use that as well. So these are all the questions, and I hope that they help you make up your mind if you can take on a journey like that, keeping in mind with what it comes afterwards, with the fact that these retainers, they will have to be worn for life. And do you remember in my other videos, if you watched my other videos, and if you did, thank you for that, but I mentioned in every video, almost every video, how much I hate washing these aligners and these retainers now. So I'm gonna just have to do it for the rest of my life. I'll have to wash these, so each time I wake up, this is the retainer, this is clean. I washed it this morning. I have to wash my aligner and my retainer at the moment each time I wake up in the morning. If I don't wash them straight away, I still have to wash them before I go to bed, you know, but I have to wear my aligner because I'll have to wear it all day, so I do wash my aligner. Probably my retainer I left for later sometimes because I'm fed up already. I'm fed up, and I only have it since Christmas. But keep in mind, I was cleaning an aligner before the retainer, so for me it's been non-stop cleaning these since 25th of July 2018. Every morning and every evening I've been cleaning aligners. And at first, in the first 3 or 4 months, or maybe more, I've been cleaning the aligners more than just 2 times a day, morning and evening. I've been cleaning them throughout the day as well, at lunchtime after I had lunch. I'm sick of cleaning aligners, and now I'm gonna have to clean retainers for the rest of my life. I'm just saying, okay, I'm ranting here, but just keep in mind that if someone would invent a little washing machine for retainers, I would buy that. I would buy that. Someone please invent something like that. A little washing machine, how you have for beauty blenders or sponges. If someone hears me right now, an inventor, invent something like that for people that have to wear retainers for the rest of their lives. And, you know, even for aligners, like, they look the same. A washing machine. Put them in, beep. You know, not me staying there with the brush that I'm not gonna show here because I don't have it next to me. It's in the bathroom. The one I showed in other videos as well that I'm using every day. And I already replaced one because it was like worn out. The bristles were worn out for how much I've been using it for almost 2 years now. Yeah, almost 2 years. It's gonna be 2 years in July this year, 2020. And I started in 2018. Okay, so if I would have known all of the things that come after this treatment, would I have still considered doing this? This is the question. And as much as I want to say, yes, it's worth it, blah, 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 I'm not sure, to be honest. I'm not sure that I would have. And that's why they didn't tell you. That's why maybe they don't tell you have to wear these trays for the rest of your life, even if it's 3 nights a week, you know. It's still something you have to look after and pay for if you lose or break, or the wire breaks, and extra costs for these things. Not that it's a lot, you know, it's not a lot, but it is a cost that you have to pay and you have to consider. So if I would have known all these things, I do not know if I would have done this, to be honest. But who knows, I might say, yes, it was worth it after I'll see my top teeth finished. You know, maybe then in that video, I will say that, yes, I would have done it regardless, blah, blah. But at this point, I'm a bit annoyed, to be honest. And anyway, oh my God, I've just seen I have a stain of lipstick on my liner. The things that happen to you when you wear aligners. Oh my God. That's why I don't wear colorful lipstick most of the time whilst I'm wearing aligners, because I've been wearing aligners since I started my channel. I wanted to say that when I look at my smile now, because it's almost finished, the top ones are almost finished as well, which I'm mostly excited for because that's why I'm doing this in the first place. Then I think, yes, it's worth it, oh my God. No, I'm happy in a way, but to be honest with you, if I would have known all of the things that I know now, like for live retainers, blah, blah, cleaning these things, then I don't know if I would have done it. And that's why they don't tell you that. That's why I want you to know I'm not saying here like, you know, they did straighten my teeth, Smilelign, so thank you for the fact that Smilelign and this concept Invisalign, that you know, I'm glad that it exists and people can do that discreetly, going to work or being out there, not having to have too obvious. Some people don't mind to have the obvious metal things, and you know, but it's nice to have the option of being a bit more discreet with it if you desire. So I'm glad, but at the same time, I'm just being honest with you. And yeah, I don't know if I would have done this if I would have known. It's up to you to decide, and that's why I want to tell you the things that I would have liked to know before I started this, because it's good when you expect things to happen in a particular way, or if I would have kind of expected it to be about 2 years, this treatment to last for so long, then I wouldn't have moaned so much throughout my videos and thinking, oh, I'm still wearing them, you know. If they tell you it's gonna be about 2 years, then you kind of set your mind, okay, for 2 years, you know, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna have to accept that if I want straight teeth, I'm gonna have to wear these aligners for 2 years. But when you kind of think, oh, it's hopefully 9 months, and then a year and a half has passed and it's still not over, you know, then you think, oh, for sake, you know, when is this gonna go away? And then you finish, sorry, saliva, a lot of saliva from the aligners, from the aligner one. Then you finish and they just break it down to you. You're gonna wear this for life, for the rest of your days on this earth. Like, and you just look, like I was just looking at Julie like this, nodding, you know, and being kind of hearing everything in echo. And sometimes for split seconds I would see her mouth move, but I wouldn't really hear what she was saying. I'm laughing at myself. That's all I had to say. I am very happy that I'm heading towards the end of my treatment, and hopefully this summer I will have finished with this. Not to mention next Christmas, you know, because I've been doing this 2 Christmases in a row. 2 Christmases I've had this, but one of them ended just before Christmas. The lower ones, it was like, Merry Christmas to me. Really? And I couldn't believe I was finished. I'm just moaning about how it makes me feel, and you know, but she's a really good dentist, and she's very professional, she's very nice as well as a human being, and I appreciate all of these things about Julie. So but everything I said in this video is about my personal experience with how it made me feel wearing them, and you know, being in this treatment, because the staff at Bupa Dental Care is professional and amazing and kind and lovely. So thank you for that. If any of the staff will ever see this video, thank you very much. I'm very grateful, but I am being honest for people out there to know how it feels. Maybe it will feel easier for some of you, but I'm just telling you my experience. That's all I can do. Speaking about my journeys, let me know in the comments below, what are your thoughts about this? Would you enroll in this treatment now that you know what to expect a bit more? Would you still do it? Do you think you're the one that could invent a washing machine for retainers and aligners? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you subscribe to my channel. I'll be updating you on this until the end, and even after, to tell you life after Smilelign. Hopefully I'll see you in my next one. Bye! Mwah.